And now we come to the third meditation on anger. In the previous meditation, we considered righteous human anger. And in this meditation, we consider unrighteous human anger. In unrighteous anger, we get angry when someone offends us or keeps us from doing something we want to do. We also get angry when we want something for ourselves and when we don't get it. In other words, our anger is centered only on ourselves and our desires. And when we don't get what we want, we get upset and angry. Unrighteous anger is motivated by self centered desires and can lead to sin and destructive outcomes. The Bible contains numerous examples of unrighteous anger, illustrating how anger can lead to destructive and sinful actions, even killing another person. I shall quote four notable examples. First example: Adam and Eve's two sons were Cain and Abel. Abel kept flocks, and Cain worked on soil. In the course of time, Cain brought some of the fruits of the soil as an offering to the Lord, and Abel also brought an offering, fat portions from some of his firstborn of his flock. The Lord looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. Cain was furious over this. Cain's anger and jealousy led him to kill his brother, demonstrating how unrighteous anger can result in violence. Matthew Henry, the author and Presbyterian minister, said, "When anger was in Cain's heart, murder was not far off." Second example: in Genesis chapter 37, we read about Joseph's brothers. Jacob, the father, loved Joseph more than all his other children, and therefore the brothers were angry with Joseph and plotted to kill him. But later he was thrown into a cistern and afterwards sold him as a slave. The jealousy of his brothers was unrighteous anger. Thirdly, in 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 24 we read about Saul and David. Saul's jealousy and anger towards David led Saul to repeatedly attempt to kill David, illustrating how anger can manifest as persecution and hatred. Fourthly, we read in Genesis chapter 39 verse 19 about Potiphar's anger towards Joseph. Potiphar's anger towards Joseph is a direct result of his wife's accusations. She claimed that Joseph had attempted to force himself upon her, leading to Potiphar's immediate and furious reaction. He throws Joseph into prison as a consequence of her story. Here is a brief comparison between righteous anger and unrighteous anger. Righteous anger reflects God's anger, whereas unrighteous anger is self centered. Righteous anger is slow and considered, whereas unrighteous anger is quick and hasty. The goal of righteous anger is restoration, whereas the goal of unrighteous anger is destruction. The way we express righteous anger is by admonishing or warning, whereas unrighteous anger threatens, accuses, or even kills. Let us now listen to some quotes of great thinkers, preachers, and theologians and learn from what they have said about anger and how we can control our anger. Matthew Henry said, "Angry men have good memories." Thomas Fuller said, "Anger is short lived in a good man." An unknown author wrote, "Some people think they are big shots because they are always exploding." Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, said, "Anyone can become angry. That is easy. But to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, at the right time, for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not easy." And lastly, no one likes criticism. But I want you to keep in mind this quotation about criticism by an unknown author. If the criticism is untrue, disregard it. If unfair, do not be irritated by it. If justified, then learn from it. May the Lord help us to get rid of our unrighteous anger and lead lives so that when others see our patience, kindness, and tolerance, they will get to know our Lord better and His righteous anger. May God bless you. Amen.